Come on in, please. Scott Paul. He is the president of the Alliance for American Manufacturing. Scott, welcome to the program. I know that you want to bring those jobs back to America and that President Trump will do that for you. However, I've got a question about the tax cut plan. We have all kinds of speculation that it's going to be delayed, at least until the summer, maybe the fall. There's even talk of next year. This is not good for you guys, is it?
Well, clearly, the more that we can do to have a resurgence in manufacturing, the earlier the better. Infrastructure, tax code, I think those things are pressing needs. I mean, the challenge is pretty obvious that you're operating under a procedure because of the budget resolution where they have to clear the decks on health care before they can move on to the tax code conversation. I think the other challenge is that something like reforming the corporate tax code or doing a big infrastructure investment, which I think is also important, will require a bipartisan working group and cooperation to get done, and it certainly doesn't seem like that's the vibe, at least today.
In your opinion, and I know you're a Trump supporter, I know you support his program, but in your opinion, did we make a mistake by not having the first priority as the tax cut package?
Yeah, sure. I think that we are, and we're nonpartisan,
yep.
And we agree with the president on some issues. We strongly disagree on some others, but we're united in terms of manufacturing. But I think that's right. I think that one of the lessons that I've seen from various presidencies is the extent to which you can both drive an agenda and bring people together. It's critically important. And on these once-in-a-generation issues like reforming the tax code, it is going to take a serious amount of cooperation among Democrats and Republicans, and it will produce tangible results for the country. That's the other thing as well. You will see economic growth pick up. You will see some of those hard hat jobs come back. And if there's any lesson that we should have learned from this election, it's that the working class voters, those folks who are in factories and in construction, very much feel left behind. And the extent to which you can address their concerns, I think that's going to make us all better off.
From the point of view of American manufacturing, which would you rather have? First, a tax cut package or massive deregulation?
It's a good question, Stuart, and I think on balance, the tax piece matters a lot more because that is a permanent structural change that is long overdue. Yeah. There are massive incentives to offshore right now.
Did you say that to him? Scott, did you say that to the president? Because I know you were in the meeting with him. Did you lay that, I know you don't lay down a law to Donald Trump, but did you press the point, we want a tax cut?
We've made that point both through written and direct communications that we think that the corporate tax reform is important.
What did he say? What did he say?
Look, I think there's the administration understands that there's a need to do trade policy, tax reform, infrastructure investment, all of that. I mean, how these priorities lined up, you have to talk to Congressman Ryan, Speaker Ryan, and you have to talk to Senator McConnell about how you're going to proceed with that. And, the die has already been cast on the health care piece. I don't think that was a smart tactic. Again, deliver something where we're going to have broadly shared benefits. I think that's an important thing for the American people.
And that's what the base wants, I do believe. Scott Paul, look, thanks very much for joining us. I didn't mean to take you to task on taxes you have no control over, but thanks for joining us anyway, so we appreciate it.
Quite all right, Stuart. Thank you.
Yes, sir.